off topic, but we are having a hard time hiring due to candidates going off the market too quickly. Do you have any advice? Yeah, the market is a little goofy right now. And I am a huge advocate of your hiring process has to be efficient, but exhaustive. And exhaustive and efficient can coexist in the same universe. It just means that you're being very purposeful, and every step of your process has a reason and a place and an outcome. We talked about this before, where every part of your process should be a go, no go. So you talk to the person after the first 15 minutes, they either meet the criteria that you were addressing in that call, or they don't. And so it's either hey, this has been a great conversation, I don't think this is the right fit, or this has been a great conversation, here's the next step. These have to happen quickly. I'm going to say 10 business days is maximum. 10 days period, including weekends, is probably more optimum, because people, I say this a lot, but if you're interested in a candidate, 2 or 3 other companies are going to be interested in that person too. And whoever moves the fastest and puts together the best package is going to win. So that's one way you can kind of maximize your probabilities to land that person if you're really excited about them. The other thing I would hazard you against is trying to build what in the recruiting world they call a slate. Well, this person looks great, but we'd like to talk to one other person so we can compare. Well, if it takes you 5 days to generate that next person, this person is probably off the market, because 2 or 3 other companies are probably interested in them if you are as well. So that's why your hiring process has to be go, no go all the way through the process. And you have to be crystal clear on what you're hiring for. So you should never have to contrast and compare. Get away from the I'll know it when I see it strategy of hiring, and get down to the here's what we want. Here's the end result. Let's build the process to get where we want. If you only see one candidate and they hit all the highlights, you should have you should have a comfort level around being able to say, that's the person we want. You shouldn't need to compare and contrast. And we don't have time to do it in this market. People are going off the market so fast. And if they're good, they're in demand, and they're going to get competing offers. So be first, put your best package on the table every time. That will shift the probabilities of you being able to hire people. It'll move you down the line. It doesn't guarantee success, but you'll improve your odds for sure. Mac, do we have anything else here? When do you think people will be ready to re-enter the office full time? This is something I talk to my clients about all the time. And I have so many clients that say, I'm going to be happy when this is all over. I don't know if it's ever going to be over. I'm not a psychologist, but I play one on TV. Here's my thought. Not scientifically proven. I've done zero research on this theory. But in talking to people, this is what I hear. For years, people have been told they're not allowed to work at home. We need you in the office. I'd like some flex days. We don't have flex days. We need you in the office. Then one day, because of a global pandemic, every company in North America said, go home, work from home. And they made it work. And for however long it was, some people were home for 2 months, some people are still home, and everywhere in between. People have realized commuting sucks. I don't like being stuck in my car 30, 40, 60 minutes each way. Being at home is great. I'm spending time in the house I pay a mortgage on for years and years and years. And now I'm getting to enjoy my house. I'm having breakfast with my kids. I'm dropping my kids off at school. I'm seeing my kids' activities. I'm more involved. I can take a walk at lunch. I can work. I can take an hour off in the afternoon and then dial back in after dinner and finish up my work. And for a lot of people, they don't want to go back to the office. And there is enough of those people, if they stay together, and it looks like they will for a while, There's a huge segment of people that aren't going to go back to the office. A lot of jobs are really easy. You know, I'm working with some companies on building out some technology departments right now. And I talked to a gentleman the other day, and he said, if this isn't 100% remote, I'm not interested, because I'm doing a van conversion right now into a mobile home, and I'm driving around the States for the next year. And if they're not okay with that, then I'm not interested. That is their negotiating point. If they're not okay with me living in my van and driving around the country for as long as I want and working when I want, I'm not interested. Some of you might be thinking that's crazy, but he has a job. He has a full-time job, and they're okay with it. And if he's going to leave that, why would he leave that opportunity to go to another opportunity that's not okay with that? There's leverage there, right? We got to bridge that gap somehow. What the stat was, prior to the pandemic, 1 in 68 jobs was remote. Currently, 1 in 7 jobs is remote. That's a big difference. So will everyone return to the office full time? Not anytime soon. There's a segment of the workforce that prefers to be in the office. There's a segment of our workforce that will not go back to an office. And then there is everything in between. And that could be get to work from home on Fridays. It could be we have core days, so you need to be in the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we don't care what you do on Monday and Friday. Some businesses are getting sneaky and saying our core days are Monday and Friday, so you can't take a long weekend every weekend, but whatever you do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're okay with. Flexibility, just like cybersecurity, has a lot of different definitions. And if you want to maximize your probability of landing the talent you want, that you think you need in your business, talking to them about their definition. Don't define flexibility in your business. Know what your limitations are, and then talk to the candidates about their definition of flexibility and see if you can meet it. The days of this is Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you have to be in the office, you're eliminating 70 to 80% of the candidate pool as soon as you say that. So if you had 10 people that were interested in your job, as soon as you say it's full-time in the office, 100%, you now have 2 or 3 people to choose from where you would have had 10. I'm not saying they're the best or the worst 2 or 3 people, but you only have 2 or 3 people to talk to measure up against what you need. And that puts you at a big disadvantage. So flexibility needs, you need to have an understanding of how far you're willing to go with your flexibility. Talk to the people you're interviewing, seeing what their definition of flexibility is, and seeing where it fits within yours. It's part of the negotiating package now. Flexibility is just another lever we can pull when it comes to negotiating our job offer, right? We got salary, we got benefits, we have incentive, we have 401k, we have holiday pay, we have flexibility. What's your work from home program? Matt, do we have anything else? We're getting close to it here. How long do you recommend an interview process take before extending an offer? And so I think I touched on this really quickly earlier. It's a great question. 10 days, not business days, 10 days. If you engage someone on a Monday, they've applied, you've reached out to them, you've had the initial contact. It could be the email you send that says, your resume looks great. I'd love to set up a time where I could learn more about your experience. That's day 1. The next Tuesday or Wednesday, they should have an offer in their hand. That's the speed of the market right now. And that's scary. But if you go back to what I talked about, the hiring process, here's the result. Here's the process we're going to build to get to this result. If this is a thoughtful and meaningful process, and every step of this exhaustive and efficient process is meaningful, and we're being very intentional about it, when we get to day 10, we should have all the information we need, and they should have all the information they need to make the most informed decision possible. And the more information everyone has, the more informed a decision everyone can make. And in my experience, that lends itself to a longer, more meaningful and impactful relationship from both sides. All right, we are right on it. It is our half hour is up. I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in for our live stream. I'd like to thank Philippe again for spending some time with us. It was very insightful. Matt, do we have the graphic? If you have any questions, even about, hey, I heard what you had to say about the hiring process, or we're trying to upgrade a role, or we're trying to create a new role, or we have this role that's been vacant and we're having a hard time filling it, you can sign up for a free consultation. There it is, right there. And it's free. No funny business, no sales pitch, no weirdness. Just us helping you. We're here to help small business owners and leaders. If we can help your business be stronger and better through hiring better, we'll give you our time. And I'd be happy to talk to you about that. So you can go to our website, KeyHire.solutions, and there's a big green button in the top right that says free consultation. Click on that, sign up. We'd be happy to talk to you about it. Until next time, we appreciate you spending your time with us this afternoon. Until next time, stop grinding, start growing, and we'll talk to you in a few weeks.